My love be a frontline, a riot. My love be a fighter, a shade that sisters and saves. My love survived the middle passage, waded the waters. My love be grassroots, organizes movements, the birds, the bees. My love be butterflies beaming, be indigenous, ocean-wide, sky deep. My love listens to the land, all natural, no preservatives. My love be homemade, from the scratch, scribbled handwritten notes, adoration. My love be scripture, be ritual, baptism, revival, a cathedral built from bare hands, a Taj Mahal, all the temples. My love creates new ways to worship. Serenity, sorcery, hieroglyphs across your chest, tongue-tied. My love be sacred geometry, past life premonitions, revelations and gratitude, prayer hands. My love be call and response, praise the eyelashes and the eyes. My love be a river like the Nile, ancient and long. My love be a crowd of shyness, secret messages in the rosy red of deep dimples. My love be a reflection, a looking glass, magic, a song we only dance to. My love, make no excuses. Be compassionate, forgives but not stupid. Be backbone, be ass-whooping accountable. My love, be love. Abundant, limitless, endless giving, make no mistakes, lesson lessons. My love be book smart, be Google ready, encyclopedic, soul listening, kindred, twin fames, seeking, questioning, answering, demanding, hugging, congratulations, consent. My love be candle lighting, tarot card, psychic healing, intuitive. My love be brave. Be heavy-hearted, lightheaded, woozy, clumsy, knee-wobbling, butterfly belly dancing, floating and fluttering. My love be goofy, be silly, be trusting, be foreplay, be aching, tempting to taste, savor, weary, wounded, ridding ghosts. Some things cannot be sage, but must be faced. My love be partnership, collective. Don't leave when things get tough, be flawed. Stretch mark, pudgy, bold. My love squeezes pimples, tweezes ingrowns, memories. My love be a lighthouse in the middle of a storm, be light. Why? Every time we tell a man about himself, our love gotta come into question. Who said loving you? Who said loving you would be a walk in the white section of the park? Who wrote the poems that make love into a doormat, doorbell, pornographic, wet dream, male gaze, nonsense, romance film? Who done turned love into a battle of the sexes? Say, I can't love my man and tell him where it hurts, or how, when it's slow, wanna treat me with kindness. Who say I can't teach you how to love me? How to tender tug and touch, how to witness and watch. Who say love gotta humiliate me, gotta turn me into a victim, into a damsel in distress? I mean, if I could tell you about yourself to your face, I wouldn't have to speak to strangers. Why my love always gotta be in question? Gotta go through tests and relay races, obstacle courses, gotta hop on one leg and bark like a dog. Why? Why my love gotta do backflips? Gotta learn rocket science, gotta speak mansplain. Why my love gotta wait till you ready to love you? Why? Why the world? Why the world ain't got my back? And I always seem to have yours. Hey. Hello, Garden. So grateful to be here. My name is Aja Monet. I'm a surrealist blues poet here with this incredible band. That first poem was called Why My Love. We're performing poems from a newly released album called When the Poems Do What They Do. And we're on tour, Javier, Santiago, and myself. Really grateful to be here with him on the keys. And this next poem is a poem that I dedicate to all of you. It was one of my good friend's favorite poems, and I dedicate this specifically to him, to Chatty Chad, who I love you. And here we go. It's called Unhurt. Hurt was here before we were. Someone you love will eventually disappoint you, maybe even break your heart or hurt your feelings. This will happen. Accept it. Sometimes repeatedly, oftentimes repeatedly, we will be hurt, and it will feel lonesome and sickening. You will wonder, what has gone mad in the world? You will question everything, beginning with yourself. You may even wish you owned a rifle, a knife, a proper fist, the perfect word to scar an inside, but you will cry. Someone will hurt you today, tomorrow, the next day, 3 years from now, and you will love them one day. You will love them for it. You see, there's this thing, this twisted appreciation for the suffering. You can only know love through the lens of neglect and joy through the lens of pain. And it's fascinating, actually, how we wound with our wounds and call it humanity. The first time you hurt someone you love, you will question the last time you tended an open wound. You will vow to never do it again. You may even pray to some God, some yemaya, some universe, anyone listening for forgiveness, or the greatest death, you will not care at all. Be prepared. Be prepared, for a hurting is coming. And it will come, and it will take you suddenly, and maybe you will be dancing, or laughing, or remembering. Maybe you won't even notice it at all. And you will hurt yourself. You will hurt yourself with all this hurt thought. And you will love hurting. And you will love. No one really wants to hurt. You will say, no one really wants to hurt. It'll turn from blame to revelation. I mean, I don't really want to hurt. And you will love. Did you know that? Did you know that you will love? Never mind the who, never mind the when. It's of no importance. You will love, and it will unhurt us all. Yes, you will love, and it will unhurt us all. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Beautiful. That was fun. This next poem is dedicated to those of you watching, the lovers, to all the lovers. These first three poems are actually really to all the lovers, but especially this one. If you got a boo thing next to you or someone you're thinking about, go on and text them and send them this link and say, you got to watch this. This is dedicated to you. So, yeah, we're gonna tap into our most loveliest lover selves. This poem is called Weathering. When the earth shatters beneath us, and we are broken open, picked apart by the silence, let me tell you, you are unrehearsed laughter sleeping between the murmur of my lips, an unconscious love, a man dipped in midnight lightning. I will fix my body for you and fold in the bend of your arms a tortured jewel. You are a freedom song, humming in the shadow of my soul, a healing heartache that kisses wounds and sets free tornadoes on my spine. Such a crippling tongue. My spirit is dancing in the gospel of your chest, and I have found music glowing in the whirlwind of your eyes. May we create new skies to fall apart under together. The sun bent its head on my skin this morning, and I could hear the bones of butterflies creaking in the breeze, the breath of birds heaving into the heart of my ears. My eyes whistled open, the air still smelling of lavender smoke and wet leaves. I turned to you, staring the lids of your jarred pupils, your face. Your face is a naked desert at dawn, an ancient heaven at horizon, your mouth slightly caved open like an owling cow. I smile, blooming, because somewhere before, I remember this silence. You sound of a starving angel when you sleep. You snore like a wailing forest, my love. I think of you like a waking dream, of your spine's grip melted into the sand dunes of my palms last night. Last night. Your hands sprinkled across my flesh like rainstorms, and I can feel the sun this morning. He is strong and gleaming. Your eyelashes splinter from the blow of my lips. Rise, rise, and shine. Did I hear birds chirping?
Some nesting of all these trees in here.
I was loving that. Where'd that come from? So grateful to be here with you all in very trying times. And I say this often, and and repeat it often because it's true. The first 3 poems start with love because love is the foundation of everything. And currently, the politics of our society, the politics has always been about the distribution of resources, but more importantly, now than ever, it needs to be about protecting the land and the quality of life for those we love. We are in dire times, and because I'm a lover, I fight so passionately for the ability for all of us to live and love freely. Che Guevara once said, great revolutionaries are guided by love. And I have a lover's quarrel with the world. So this next poem, the next few poems, are dedicated to those of us who love so deeply that we can't help but fight for what's right because we know in our hearts everyone deserves to live full, incredibly full lives. So, to the lover in you, from the lover in me, with these fellow lovers right here, this poem is called The Devil You Know, and maybe you know him, because I think all of us have dealt with the devil, Devil's in the details. All right, here we go, Devil You Know. The devil you know taxes the air we breathe, privatizes the water, profits off homelessness, strangles the land, injects hormones in animals, rapes the people, and rewards the rich, charges you for being sick, sends a bill to your loved ones with interest when you die, laughs at us coughing up our lungs, gulping water, lead dripping off our chins, buys private ships to the moon, dances with your demons, the selfish, individualistic part of you, the one who'd rather not have a foot on your neck, or who shows up to the rally after sipping sweet comfort at a corporate gig that pays you just enough to die a little slower, tithing community, fostering care, how being black, or woman, or queer, or trans, or other, or human, or inhumane, computer or code, able-bodied, 10 fingers, 10 toes, writing or right or wrong, how none of it matters. None of it matters when the earth is a handwritten letter from the past, a ghost sculpted in blood, cities sweating bitter memories, flooded by crawling maggots, how the sewers sing of old sidewalks, and cool breezes are of fairy tales we spoon feed our children in the heat, and we were never ourselves had we known who we are without greed, a world decorated by betrayal. If we had a sense of humor, I said if we had a sense of humor, we would be more radical, more migrant than citizen. We'd breathe the air clean and ration our resources, hugging, gathering hugs and hold sets of bloom and pebbles of rain, reasoning with riverbeds rinsing in daylight, ridding pipelines and fossil fuels. We would melt. I said we would melt. We would melt. We would melt all the guns. We would choose the scar, the moist in the back of our knees, the lick between knuckles, mocking evil in all its ill-designed destruction. We would bulldoze the walls. I said, we would bulldoze the walls. We would plant windows where widows weep beautiful green lakes, hush in our cradling arms. We'd become the tiny brooklet, kissing creeks. You are near a point of no return. I said we, you and I, are near a point of no return. A wounded woman scorned, temper sharp as 1,000 shards aimed in one direction. I am weary for weeping. Me too, she whispered. Me too, the earth said. So the most important election is in the heart. The campaign a soul, a candidate measured by their courage in the midst of the enduring strength of love. Voting for the understanding how we make a way through no way in a basement church or a high school auditorium or a family living room. You know, these days, insanity is the sanity. Stifled sobs, despair, distress, praise the people. I said, praise the people. Praise the people's power. The poet laureates of the poor, careworn anthems, soaring from the keyholes of closed, shut doors. The whistle of who and the why. The architect of self-determination. I mean, if you gon' vote, vote with your spine, a head held high. Vote, 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 vote. Vote with the way you love. A gut singing, soft city sleep, dreaming of protest. The ballot is not a bullet, but it can be a border or a bridge. You choose how you gon' vote. Pour into each other. I said pour into each other. How we mourn those we've lost. How we help hold the grief. Vote with childcare. How you nurse the sick, lending someone your ear. Pay. I said pay fair wages. That's the least. I mean, that's the least you can do, is pay fair wages. Vote by listening to the land. Resist the artificial division of our death. Held together, we are held together by a common thread of concern, self-determined, reliant. The body is a ballroom of grief and despair. We the light, we the chosen, we the free, migrant rebel lovers, we the word workers, we the shoeless and standing tall. We the houseless and housing hearts. We the teachers, still students, we the farmers in the field, we the shamans being healed. Revolution, I said revolution is not a spectator sport. Silence is a noise too. Somewhere, there is an incorruptible spirit. Remembering a time when we voted with the thoughts in our mind. It begins with you, it begins with you. It begins with you loving you enough to love me as I am you. We are the people's consciousness rising. And we are only as powerful as our vote made in the flesh. A voice bravely, raising up, reverberating new visions. Thank you all. Give it up for yourselves. Yeah, come on. It's not making applause in the room. So this next poem, currently we're in Rotterdam. Shout out to the people of Rotterdam and all of the folks that are struggling here to make this place a more equitable, just place. Everywhere I go, everywhere I've traveled, I find angels who are struggling to liberate the minds, hearts, and values of the cities, neighborhoods, and communities they live in. And there have been some incredible people organizing in the Netherlands to do great work. So shout out to you all. Much love to the Black Archives and all the incredible organizing happening here. This next poem is, another poem that I struggle with my country, or I don't know if it's mine necessarily, the place I was born in. And for those of us who know what that struggle truly is, and considering this time, this is a poem that I dedicate to you all. So here we go. It's called Every Media Minute. Every Media Minute. America's hysterical hands drip blood, a pointing finger uninward. The people scroll over bodies, wet dreams of war. We want to believe we aren't dying too, and the joy is sad. And the art is sadder. When will we live, we think in words. And I am a sound. They tell me love is hard work. But why does it come so easy? I haven't clocked in. I don't want this love to tire or go on strike for better wages or lose itself in a bottle at a lonely bar. I am tired. I am tired of protest. Everything here is a job. Everything here is a job. Even love. And that is how I know. That is how I know they have trained us to become what we loathe, to desire what disguises us, to be the executed and the executioner. I had a friend. I had a friend who had a friend, and they are no more. He was so busy being himself, he couldn't try just being for a change. Maybe if we market love like a selfie, or maybe offer a stimulus package for feelings we don't allow ourselves to feel, maybe then we can communicate, or at the very least, we can laugh. We can laugh at the hypocrisy of our silly predicament here together. Insanity is the father of invention. He's a rolling stone. The Christians are clinging to their God more than ever before. Rickety religions reveal rickety men. Been there, done that. I want a God no American can worship. I want a God who doesn't want to be worshiped, who isn't insecure or condescending, who doesn't put borders around heaven. I want a God who smuggles souls past patrol officers, sins seated in the trunk of his four-door chest, thundering down walls. I want a God who returns prayers to sender. I want a God who gives back what was stolen. I want a God who laughs with or at us. Oh, I want a God. I mean, we need a God. Or maybe not. But I want a God, if I gotta have one. If it's all there is, I want a God. I want a God who loves. This this next poem is a new poem, and it's dedicated. Ooh, sounds. That's the spirit saying what up. We see you, ancestors, those who came before and those who are coming after. Thank you. It has been a difficult time for many reasons. We are currently living in one of the most grotesque. We're currently living through one of the most grotesque genocides my generation has ever been privy to. As we all hold these devices in our hands, removed and often desensitized from others, I want to pull into your chest for a moment and ask that you listen close. Maybe you should listen to your own heartbeat, if it's still there. But, yeah. What is a poem? Sometimes I wonder, what is a poem to all that's happening, you know? Why even keep doing this? Sometimes you just want to give up. The only thing that makes this life worth living is because we're here together. And it's better because we treat each other with that love. So I'm going to dedicate this poem to all of you who have been listening and doing. It's called, for right now, Silence. Your silence, so loud. A rocket launching in the sky, your silence a flag, your flag a body bag. An ambulance wailing through a crowded street of debris. An emergency room with no electricity, your silence is savage. A stomach growling at the rib cage. Your silence is emptyful, starving the mouths of elders. We all can see it. It's deafening. Your silence has fingernails. They are bloody, a wound, growling limbs. Our skin is crawling with your silence. It claws the spirit and torments the ears. In Gaza, your silence shivers the buildings. The children's eyes yell. Frantic fathers carry lifeless bodies close to their chest. The mothers are all fainting, forehead to palm. Your silence detonates hearts. Your silence is a prison cell. The steel bars, the dungeons, the whip, the chain, the handcuffs, the bullets, the bombs, the daggers, the tormented grin of graves. Your silence haunts. Your silence haunts the dead. If ever we survive the war of your silence, we may never be able to hear again. And we can still see, all of us, we can still see through your silence. Your silence is a slow death, gnawing you from the inside. Peace, peace, peace. by peace. Yes, so this next poem is a poem that I wrote for those of us on the continent scattered across the globe, for the diaspora, for my comrades who know what it is to not have a homeland, and to know that the only land we share is the love between us. So this is dedicated to the African people scattered across the globe, longing to return home, or knowing that home is actually within. It's the dance in between. It's that in-betweenness. To all of us who know that love is the only land we own. This poem is called Castaway. I did not want to write a poem full of corpses. So I wrote a sacred pink blue sky jeweled on the horizon. Laughter as the loudest star sleeps. Humor hugs every ache whole. How heavy heads lay after a long day in the humid heat. Caribbean moon sighs and joyous dreams. I did not wish to speak of what should not be spoken. So silence breathe into all the words a haunting. I come from a language that does not write itself. Our ancestors speak hurricane. A thunder tongue shivering tides with a petty revenge. The mid-Atlantic is a vexed auntie rattling rivers and roofs ready for reckoning, knocking at the chest of men. On the other side of now, there is a door where we return. Every island is a hip swaying between here and there, afloat in the dance to belong, rocking in the arms of the edge. Where the sea is an emerald flag and palm trees praise the air. Every shore is an altar of remembrance embraced on purpose, picnic of the sun ray where prayer trembles the light, or how a storm retreats. We marvel and move eternal. Unformed and unlost, hips hollering, elbows flapping like fanning flames, bare feet chant in the sand or in a concrete jungle. Love taps quake the nape of the earth's neck, where daughters of diaspora dream and inherit journeys of flesh, where a smile is also a scar. Or how my grandfather came to see about us years after he died, wearing my uncle's face, dimpled and shining eyes like two wet black beans baptized by a spirit. Charming man in all he was, checking on his grandbabies. Fear not death. Fear not death. Fear not death. We visit kinfolk there. lingering in the blood where the ocean hums, tribe of the great abyss, a not knowing from where or what we come, and still to arrive before they conquered us. We came by shipwreck, by wind and wave pushed into the water. The womb, the womb, the womb. The womb teaches us. Did y'all know that? The wound teaches us to remember where tomorrow glows. Listen. Listen for the animal clawing within. A rooster caws directions between this world and the next. There are roads that cannot be mapped, and there are streets that do not have names. We ran. We ran away into the ochre-tinted mountains, seeking maroon hills. I was born, we were born borderless. We were born borderless. Mounting a dollar van like a Orisha, scribbling visions on a train or in an airport, traveling ritual, voice, and time. I was born of distance. In between now and then. I think we have time to do Black Joy. Are y'all cool with that? We have time. So this poem, we're going to do 2 more poems for you, and something I didn't remember to say that I need to remember to say because logistical things always get out of the way. I'm a part of an organization. I'm a part of a lot of organizations that I've worked with over the years, but currently an organization called V-Day, and it's an organization that was started by an incredible artist and poet, theater maker, playwright, V, formerly known as Eve Ensler, and it was started to end violence against women and girls across the globe. So while you're watching, I ask that you please consider donating to this organization, which is doing incredible work with our sisters in the Congo, with City of Joy, women who have been assaulted, generally mutilated, all sorts of stories that are truly heartbreaking. But there's this incredible place that they get to come to, that there's love and so many resources poured into them, especially in the midst of the conflicts that are often caused. The root of all of them, if we really want to talk about it, is really patriarchy. You know what I mean? White supremacists terrorizing, white terrorizing patriarchy. And so please consider donating to this organization, V-Day. And we do a lot of work to support sisters from Palestine, from Sudan, from Haiti, all over the world. So look up the organization, and yeah, thank you. This next poem is dedicated to my brother and comrade who I lost this past summer, who is one of the most optimistic and joyous people I knew. And he believed in us. He believed in what was possible when we came together. And so this poem is called Black Joy, and I'm really excited for you to feel some joy in your hearts. Wherever you are, you can get up and dance. Let's do it. Black Joy. Joy is the will. It's the dimple that has endured. A dance so deep in a dark cheek, a wound without a scar, without a trace to the humor of hurt. It's the hell of being healed. Dabs death lives in the grin, singing from the blood. Bays in a smirk, testifies tenderness in a tear. It's a smile silhouetted against the face, witnessing the one. The flower in the grenade, the rose in a concrete, a pirouette beside a barricade, the butterfly in the battlefield. It's disarming. It's the swing set in the middle of a gunfight. It's dodging a bullet, a hopscotch, double dutch, the fierce gaze, the side eye, the shade, the sass, the snap, the head nod, the turn up, the swag. Joy is the sass, the snap. Okay, it's the turn up, the swag. It's righteous and ratchet, twerks and taps, jukes and jives, all the shakes, electric slides. Dirty wine, salsas on twos and rumbas. It's rhythm and repetition. Rhythm and repetition. Joy, joy, joy. It's a song in a cotton field or in central bookings or on a crowded subway. Joy is a song anywhere. Joy bees in the trap. It's a dilla beat in the Middle East. It's fly, finger licking good. It's pastelas with black beans or a patty and cocoa bread. It's fried chicken with barbecue sauce or buffalo sauce or hot sauce or any damn sauce. It's a language that survives. Savory, sweet, toe-curling, knocking boots, the fight, the fury, making love to make up. It's a glow. It's an entire day in a lover's arms. It's a carton of ice cream and a bed of books. Joy. Joy is illuminated in the aftermath. It's wrinkled lips, a pouted kiss, the shivering hips, the theater of thunder. Joy, joy is a story traveling through laughter. A rocking chair on the front lawn, a wood chime. It's a wind chime in a window. It's a barbecue in the backyard, subwoofers in a hoopty. It's melanin, 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 gathered in a room. Joy. Joy is the entourage. It's getting your friends in the club. Joy is all about vibes. It's a roof over your head. It's clothes on your back. It's free 99. It's having the rent when it's due or having no rent at all. Joy. Joy, joy, joy. It's no debt, no credit check. It's shooting a dice and stairway. It's getting a hand in spades and double six and copy goo. It's a hoops in a crate. It's opening a fire hydrant in the heat. Joy, joy, joy. It's a 6-block wheelie through traffic with no handlebars in the rain. Joy, joy, joy. Joy is the catwalk. It's the voguing. It's the coming out. It's a crackhead with a dime bag and a dream. It's a fresh pair of white kicks with a check. It's bottle caps glued beneath dress shoes. It's $3 in the tank. It's catching rainwater in a tin cup. It's a firefly in your palm. It's buying sunflowers for yourself on a cloudy day. It's a moon. It's a moon in the sky as if in a school play. Joy, joy. Is your father in the audience? It's a screen without static, aluminum foil antenna. It's when the belt buckle snaps, or the switch breaks, and your mom gets too damn tired. Joy. It's waving down the ice cream truck. It's the fresh lineup in a clean doobie, perfect coil to a curl, or a loosened nap in an afro pink. It's the gift of gab. It's rapping your ass off. It's wrestling. It's roasting or wrestling a sibling to tap out. Joy, joy. You know what it is. Joy is yo mama jokes until it's yo mama. It's the first foot out the jail. It's the homecoming. It's the graduation. It's the step show at the probate. Joy, joy, joy. Joy is hugging the self. It's what conquers the heart. It captures the blame. It's the madness of our meaning. It's the maturity of our memory. It's the irony of our forgetting. It's a helicopter 4 days after the hurricane on a roof with no water or food. It's a mother. It's a mother. It's a mother picking her daughter up from foster care and smoking a joint in a cop car switching lanes. It's food stamps on the first of the month. It's no snitching, no snitching, no snitching. It's loyalty. It's perseverance. It's protest, resilience, resistance. The food after the funeral, the parade, the blessing, the curse, the call, the response, the prayer, the pulpit. It's evidence, evidence, evidence of things unseen. Joy. Joy is the hallelujah. I said it's the hallelujah. It's speaking in tongues. It's when the Santos say you don't need no cleaning. Joy. Joy. Joy is a genetic heirloom. It's the portable promised land. It's the diaspora. Joy is the diaspora. I said it's the diaspora. It's making it overseas. Joy. It's making it overseas or making it over the Mason-Dixon line. Joy. Joy, 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 joy. It's family, it's brotherhood, it's sisterhood, it's feeling another's dimple in your face. It's together. Together, 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 together. Joy is together. Joy is together, unified, unified on the front lines. Let me tell you, our joy, yes, our joy, true, our joy will astonish the world because true joy, our joy will astonish the world because true joy, the kind of joy we need right now. I said true joy. I said our joy. The kind of joy we need right now. Joy. True joy. True joy. Our joy will astonish. Our joy. Our joy will astonish the world because true joy has always been and will always be. True joy has always been and will always be justice.
Out to leave you all with some blessings, some conjurings from my people in the motherlands and the Cubanas, the Afro-Cubans, the West Africans, those of us who believe in other entities that we pay homage to, that we know are here with us and gather with us. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. We lean not into our own understanding, for there are things you are far greater in understanding than us, and so we give thanks, we pay in homage. We know that we are but servants. We are but servants, and we're here to channel, and we're here to be of service, and so we give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. This next poem is us giving thanks to none other than the queen, the mother of the ocean, that which washed over all shores and is ultimately the owner of all living things, the queen, the mother, the earth, the ocean. Yemaya. Yemaya.
I went to see someone about my pain. And he told me that I had to meet the warrior at the edge of the sea. Do not carry anger that is not yours, says El Brujo. And just like that, the sand is a quiet prayer rug under folded knee, deep washed ashore. Rain passing the cheek, a lick of salt from the lip, longing for the wide arms of wind. Woozy and restless, I rush toward the deity of living sea. Horse of my heart, running to the teacher of tides, wet whisper of all that swims, breathing beneath blue watercolor. I'm here to heal my hurt. I fall into the black mermaid of miracle and pearl, mistress of moon and stars, 7 glittering waves, splash aquamarine, a flamenco skirt dancing on the sky. Lightning fast footwork, heaven on my shoulders. Arms flirt the clouds, a migrant bird outstretched. El Brujo rubs my body with the fruit, and tears the shirt from my back, mumbling a tongue that teases me faint. Tell me you can hear those thrown overboard, teetering on the plank. The drowned out screams sink each shriek, a shimmering face I bury my face in the chest of the ocean, weeping for the voices remembering me, God, God of cerulean scales and gold fins, temper of turbulent rivers roaring, cleanse me of sadness and sorrow. Cleanse me of sadness and sorrow. In the grandest lakes, lagoons of streams, yemaya, yemaya. I offer you papaya, coconut, cotton flower, deep labyrinth of worlds sunken under, lady who levels the land, queen of Atlantis, Guaraca beneath Arabian Sea. The mapless mountains inward, how light goes to rest, vanishing in the opaque, largest body without borders. Nations, nations, nations navigating fishing boats filled with dreams that never dock. Guardian of glistening ancient graveyards, ghosts gossiping with our tunes, fortune teller of shivering shells, soothing these stranger times. I do not know. I said I do not know which ancestor gave me this rage, but I am ready. I am ready. I am so ready to lay it down. I am ready to lay it down. Ashe. Acesso,
Thank you, Garden. Thank you to these incredible musicians. I'm all over the place right now. We got the spirit. I want to give it up to the musicians. I have to thank them before we leave. Please give it up for Peter, Somuah. Yes, on trumpet. Yes, yes, yes. Please give it up for Ildo over here on bass. None other. Javi over here on keys, Javier Santiago. We'll also put everybody's information under this live, of course. Percussion, Vernon. Please give it up for Vernon. Chatlein. Drums. Y'all got to give some more. Come on, claps. We don't got a whole audience here. Niek. Give it up for Niek, please. Thank you. And on flute, Niko, Coyez came for, we go way back. Thank you, Niko, for saying yes. Thank you. These incredible musicians, we couldn't have done this without you, and thank you to the Garden team and everyone home watching. We look forward to talking to you and answering some questions, I believe now. I think. All right. Cut.